What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the NFC North Roundtable. We are live in the building. Y'all make sure you hit the like button on the way in. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm excited about this show because we are here to talk Super Bowl preview. How you feeling tonight, Dion?
Not good at all. Once I heard that we were talking about the Super Bowl, I was pretty disappointed. There's just not a lot of interest here. I think what we should do, TD. Let's change the episode right now. Instead, let's talk about Usher. We'll do a 30-minute show, whatever that is. We're just gonna talk about Usher the entire time. There might be more interest there, TD. I'm honest. Maybe we guess the track list, something like that. How many guests come on? But no, you know what? Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna watch or not, but there's still a lot of hatred there. I'm a little bit upset that we have to bring this back up, but I'm a little bit over it now. I'm over it now.
It's all right, Dion. The Lions lost, and we know that you got it bad, but that's all right, man. We're gonna bring Usher in, man. Oh, what up, One Bar? What's going on, man?
Hey, man, Dion. At least you got some emotions, and you're still feeling pain. I'm just dead to the world. My NFL emotions have been dead for a week, so enjoy it. That means you had something. And what? I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl just kind of being over. I mean, let's get to free agency. Let's get to the draft. Let's get to some hope. Let's get to some hope because I get nothing out of this game except probably drinking too much beer and eating too much food.
Well, I hope you enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday. But Nick, what up? What's going on, man?
This is the last Super Bowl that I have to deal with the Bears not being in for the next 5 years. So I'm pretty happy about it. That's all I'm saying. No, but all things considered, I'm excited about this upcoming Super Bowl. I mean, it should be a national holiday. Should get work off the next day for free. But hey, it's going to be a good game. Two good teams. Wish it was the Lions and Ravens, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, for the Green Bay Packers, Bass couldn't be with us tonight, but he will be back next week. He's taking care of some stuff, man. He's in a darkness retreat with, Jordan Love. That's what they do these days, trying to be like Aaron Rodgers. But that's neither here nor there. Listen, we're not going to waste any time. But before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, we want you to know that this stream is being powered by BetUS. Receive a 125% bonus. The link is in the description of the video. And right now, they are running a special deal right now on 125% bonus for your first 3 deposits, not just your first one, your first 3. So you have an opportunity to take advantage of that. They got the Super Bowl props already up. They got the Gatorade color props already up. I even heard the Swifty props. All kind of stuff is up, man. But remember, BetUS is not just for a sports book. They also have the casino. They have all of those things. They also have the YouTube channel. Go check out NFL picks and predictions on YouTube, BetUS. Check those guys out. Their most recent show today at 4 p.m. I'm telling you, if you want to get some insight on safe bets and bets that tend to do very well, check these guys out because they're telling you what's a safe, good pick and what's not. Isn't 100% guaranteed, but these guys have the guidance for you. Make sure that you check out the NFL picks and prediction show. But ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to check out Roundtable Sports as well, where we bring divisions together to talk their talk and get at each other. We also have the NFC North Roundtable merch store as well. Don't forget to check out that merch. We still have the Lions NFC North champion shirts. We have all the skill player shirts, some of the best players on the team. Check the merch out so that you can make sure that you're rocking the latest and the best merch. Let me see that Justin Jefferson. Where is that one at? Where that Justin Jefferson? Man, you better get it now because there's a lot of talk that this might be a classic, one that you retire because there's a lot of trade talk in regards to Jefferson, but we'll get into that later. Man, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Super Bowl week. Super Bowl week. About 4 days away. Man, let's start with Dion. What do you have in this? Who do you have in this game? How do you see it going down? And what is your score prediction?
Yeah, this is my proof that I'm over it, man. I'm taking San Fran to win this game. I don't know how I got to this point, but I'm here and I've completely 180'd this. I felt really good that Kansas City was going to win this, and I still look, man, I know I'm playing with fire. Just betting against Mahomes won, and then also what this defense has been. I mean, what they did to Baltimore, that's so impressive because I think for a lot of people, Baltimore looked like the best team in the league all year long. Like they didn't win every game, but all year long they looked like by far the best team, both sides of the football. So to hold Baltimore to 10 points, win that game, just win that game in general, right? They're doing it on the road in this year's playoffs. Like I feel like I'm playing with something here, man. I shouldn't be doing this, but here's my issue with Kansas City in this one. And I'm going to stick true to this. I'll probably be wrong, but I'm going to stick true to believing that a lot of this comes down to matchups. Now, if Purdy falls into a hole in this game, I do not see them coming back like they did against us. One, their defense is really darn good. So this is not the team to fall into a hole against. But I will say I do think that San Fran actually, where they're really good and, kind of the positions that have been overlooked a little bit, like Nick Bosa, Chase Young, that defensive line, their ability to get after the quarterback. There's certain positions like that, their ability to run the football, which they've leaned on all season long, where I wonder how Kansas City actually matches up. I have questions about their interior defensive line. I have real questions about their tackle play. I know Mahomes kind of hides a lot of issues that you feel like you have with this team, but I also don't love Kansas City's receiving core. So even when I question parts of the back end for San Fran, I'm like, you know what, though? I don't really love Kansas City's receiving core. Matchup for matchup, I actually think I'm leaning San Francisco matches up in a lot more areas than Kansas City does to win this football game. I just hate that I'm doing this in this big of a game against Patrick Mahomes and against Andy Reid in this spot. But Kyle Shanahan, hey, it's kind of like what I said last show we were on here. Like, this is an opportunity to break through. I mean, if you really think about it, obviously ours was a fluke. That was a fluke win. But also the Green Bay one, I'm not going to call it a fluke win, but it was darn close. All right. None of those games were like, yeah, they deserve to be. I mean, I'm not going to say they don't deserve to be here, but none of those games felt like real convincing wins. Okay. They kind of snuck their way by as the top seed to get to this point. So now you got to take advantage of that. You're playing a Kansas City team that, even though they're here, does not look like the Kansas City that we know and love, right? Or maybe we don't love. They don't look like that team. This is your chance to go get it because, like I said, this will be their last time I think we see them here in the next coming years. I don't think San Francisco is going to be back at this spot specifically. So this is their opportunity. I think they're actually built pretty well to beat this Kansas City team. So I'm going to take the Niners in this one. And honestly, like, it's going to be close because it's a Super Bowl. But if it's close, why in the world would I bet on Brock Purdy and them winning this football game? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So to me, in this one, it has to come down to someone defensively doing something special. And maybe that's a big time sack by Bosa or Young. Someone just comes through on they have great interior defensive linemen too. I think they come through on defense and they win a 1-score game.
Score prediction?
I'll go. I'll go 27-21 San Fran.
27-21 San Francisco. We got a super chat from James Wells said, as fans in NFC, excuse me, I can understand your feelings about the 49ers, but I don't know how anyone can root for Kansas City to win another Super Bowl. Who isn't a Kansas City fan? Come on.
TD, just a quick point. I don't really care, to be honest, if it's not the Lions. Like, that's kind of where I feel right now. It's like, yeah, Kansas City wins. Okay, they're adding to like what they've been, but like, unless it's like I said, hey, I don't think I'd be rooting for the Bears, the Vikings, or the Packers if they were in the spot. I'm just being honest. But outside of that, I shouldn't throw the Bears in there because it would be crazy if somehow the Bears, especially this year, Nick, if they were in this spot, I'd be rooting for them because it'd be unreal. But if they're like consistently good going forward, I would not be rooting for them because I'd just be annoyed, as one bar would kind of point out as well there. But like outside of that, I don't really. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's because, like I said, I don't really have much interest in watching this game anyway, so I don't care who wins, to be honest.
Well, what about you, One Bar? How do you see this one playing out? What do you think is going to happen in your score prediction?
Well, Nick, just to be clear, if the Bears were in the Super Bowl, I still would not be rooting for them.
Yeah, okay.
Just want to be open and honest.
Next year when I have Justin Jefferson, you will be.
I mean, Dion, you laid it out perfect. I mean, here's the thing with this game. It's like, you're right. As far as who I want to win, I could care less. Ravens, Lions, I think we all wanted that Super Bowl just because it was something new and it would have been a very damn good, fun game to watch. But I think this will probably be the better game as far as just watching the two teams go head to head. I mean, however it ends, don't care. San Francisco, they're on borrowed time, man. They shouldn't be here. They came back from the Packers. They came back from the Lions. So on one side of me, it's like they're not going to be able to do that against the Chiefs. On the other side of it, it's like, you know what? They've done it 2 games in a row. They're going to do it 3 games in a row. That was meant to be. It's like this is their moment. They're going to win the Super Bowl. But I think when all is said and done, I'm picking KC. I'll give my score prediction in a second. I think Travis Kelce is going to get his, which love it or hate it, we're going to see Taylor Swift left and right. Kelce's going to be 11 receptions plus. He's going to be the big boy of this game. They're so evenly matched. You look at, they have some strengths more than other teams, but it's just like they're perfect. This is the perfect game for a Super Bowl. And I think it comes down to the fact that the Niners don't have Patrick Mahomes and they don't have Andy Reid. I'm giving that's the edge for me. And I think the Chiefs come out and I think they win. And it's pretty cliche to say is it's come down to turnovers, but it is. For me, this is all going to be about turnovers. If it's one turnover to 0, they're going to lose that game. So I think the Chiefs win strictly because of Patrick Mahomes. I got it like 28-14. I think they're gonna make it kind of easy on this one.
14, man, really? One bar? 14, that's it?
28-14.
Man, that's tough, man. All right, well, let's move forward to Nick. Let's get your take on this game. What do you think is going to happen? Why? And what is your score prediction?
So there's a lot of factors. I think the guys hit on really well why they want their respective teams to win. But I'm looking at it as from an entire fan base. So first of all, I want the 49ers to win. I'm just coming out with that. Sorry, Dion. But the reason why I want the 49ers to win is because of the fact that, one, I can stop hearing about the Patriots having the most Super Bowl wins. That's my number one, because then they're tied for most right there. The 49ers would have won 6. The Niners also, they have such a small window. Same with the Chiefs, though. Both of them have very small windows to keep the success going. I think that this could be one of the last years that the Niners have it. And it's closer to them. They have better home field advantage because, Vegas to San Francisco is much, much closer than Kansas City to Vegas. So I think that the Niners will travel well. Also, people got that California money, so they'll be able to afford to actually go to the Super Bowl. And you'll see a good wave out there. So that's one big reason for me. The other one is because I want Patrick Mahomes to lose, so then I can stop hearing everyone say, hey, you could have had Patrick Mahomes way back when, but instead you took Mitch Trubisky. So that's another reason why That's another reason why I would love for the 49ers to win. But also there's a couple dogs on that roster that I think really deserve a Super Bowl win. We talked about Bosa. We haven't talked about Kittle, but as an Iowa fan, would love to see Kittle get a Super Bowl win. Would love to see McCaffrey get a Super Bowl win. Overall, there's a lot of guys out there that have just worked really hard to be in this position. Mahomes has one of the greatest coaches of all time and Andy Reid behind him. And another thing that has made Mahomes so great is that he's been able to outplay his offensive coordinator, Matt Nagy. And that's who I don't want to see win another Super Bowl. That made me really angry last year when that happened. So I'm looking at this as a lot of reasons why I want the Chiefs to lose. But I think that this is the big year for that. This is it. They don't have, Dion kind of said it. There's not a big wide receiver core there. They're probably going to lose some of their defensive players this upcoming offseason. There's a lot of small window, and I would like the Chiefs to kind of end that on a down note. They've had their fun the last couple of years, but it's time to switch the pace. It's time for other teams to kind of get out there and be in that position. I still think the Ravens should have won. A lot of questionable calls in the AFC Championship game, but we don't have to talk about it. A little salty because I had a lot of money on that game. But overall, I'm excited for a good game. I would also love to see Taylor Swift's face. I would love to see tears running down her face if the Chiefs lose, because that would just be all right, we're good. The hype's done. Please stop with this whole thing. You don't own the NFL. So that's my opinion. But my score prediction, I'm going to get a little crazier than one bar. I'm going 35-10 San Francisco.
Wow.
I think I think that it's going to be, I think the Chiefs are going to come down to reality. They're not going to be doing anything against that tough San Fran defense.
Oh boy.
Do you guys, other than one bar, Dion and Nick, do y'all have a personal grudge against the Chiefs?
No.
I
wanted the Chiefs to win last year.
But you did you pick them to beat Miami first round?
Yeah, I did. Sorry. I know that hurts you.
All right, no, it's okay.
DD.
Who did they play in the second round again?
Chiefs, Bills.
Bills.
Yeah.
Did you pick them to beat the Bills?
I picked the Bills to win because I really am a big Josh Allen fan.
And Dion, you picked the Chiefs?
I picked the Chiefs that week, yeah.
And did you pick the Chiefs to beat Baltimore?
No. No.
So at some point, you all picked against them, and they proved you wrong.
Yep.
And here we are in the ultimate game, and you guys are still doing that.
Chiefs are taking her,
No.
baby. Put her down.
No, it wasn't.
And
it wasn't because
Nick, you got them losing by 24. You're doing Nick. What you're saying is that Patrick Mahomes is getting one touchdown, and that's it.
I'm a man of my word. All right, so what happens, TD, when that happens next week? Because I've proven about the Bears. I almost was right on that one. But what are we doing next week? One bar. Please keep your clothes on if I'm correct this time around.
I'll do whatever I want.
Okay, that's fine.
Like we haven't gotten to the point to where you just don't doubt the Chiefs, because how are they even here right now? This is the worst team they've had in the last 5 years, and yet they are still in the biggest game that everyone wants to be in at the end of the season. Does that not factor in whatsoever? Obviously it does for one bar, but come on, guys.
TD, here's where
It's
it doesn't.
impressive. Go ahead. No, you
I'll give you a specific example. So, TD, for you, for example, let's think back to the Lions to begin this playoff run. Who'd you take, Lions, Rams?
Rams.
Lions won that game, right?
Okay. Let's keep going.
Second round. Who do we play in the second round? I don't even remember. We played Tampa Bay. Now, you took us that round, right? You took us against Tampa Bay. So my point is that you didn't believe in us. And then you fell back onto the train. You had to believe. You're like, oh, snap. They're going to win this football game. So what I'm saying here, what do you mean? Am I wrong? Am I lying?
Yeah, you're wrong, because
you started to believe.
You either believe in the
you
Super
took us
Bowl
against San Fran
or nothing.
You took us against San Fran.
And that's why I can't trust you.
So wait, can I hop back in real quick, because I kind of want to justify my reasoning a little bit more. So like you said, TD, this is the worst Chiefs team that they've had in the big game or overall in the last couple of years. They have a lot of weaknesses, and they lose to themselves. They don't lose to the other team. So I think that honestly, in this type of game with this much pressure, with the amount of people that are watching for various different reasons besides just the Chiefs, they could fold under this pressure. And also they're missing their best offensive lineman, which is a huge factor against that San Fran front seven.
Not with Mahomes. See, here's the deal. Okay, before we get out of here, let me say this then. The Kansas City Chiefs, and I can't pick this game. I'm gonna be honest. This is the first time I can't pick a game. It's like I just be saying one team and have no thing behind it to feel convicted. Okay. But when we say this team isn't the same, maybe they've been even better than the past in the playoffs this year. See, we're gauging they ain't the same team. They haven't been as good as they've been in the past. We're gauging that solely off of the regular season.
Well, that's offensively though, TD, and that's been the case in the playoffs too.
Well,
they haven't been the same in the playoffs.
One game in the playoffs, the Baltimore Ravens, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, who'd they play in the first round?
The Miami Dolphins.
Miami. I mean, their offense, they didn't look great. And Miami's defense is terrible. You know that, TD.
No, see,
you keep saying the Chiefs aren't the best Chiefs they've been. That doesn't matter. It's about who they're playing. I mean, they're playing the 49ers, that's all that matters, who they're playing. And I think, Dion, this is going to hurt a little bit. If the Lions were in this game, it was Lions and Chiefs, I'm picking the Lions. I think the Lions would beat the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are going to beat the Niners more so because it's the Niners. Not so much whatever.
Would you say the Eagles were better than this Niners team last year?
The Eagles
last year were better than the Niners team this year.
I would more so the Eagles would beat this Chiefs team. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, the Niners should be here. They pulled 2 wins out of their ass the last 2 weeks. I mean, it's crazy.
What I can't get out of my mind is this. I can't forget what Baltimore did to the 49ers and how the Chiefs said, not us. I can't get over that. I cannot get over what Baltimore did to the 49ers. There was a complete obliteration until the fourth quarter, a whole bunch of trash time comeback a little bit, you know? And then the Chiefs said, that ain't us. So that's where I'm at with it. On the defensive side of the ball, man, the Chiefs have been actually, even though we all say they've been led by their defense, I think that their defense might even be underrated, even though we say that they've led the way.
I agree with that.
So
I agree with that.
Time will tell, but I'm going to be honest, since y'all guys are so heavy on 49ers, y'all just convinced me myself that I'm picking the Chiefs in this game. This is the first time I'm actually picking
We're
the game.
split.
These two guys.
I'm actually picking this game, and I can't ride off of the Chiefs. And matter of fact, I hate both teams being in this, to be honest with you. I actually said, crazy enough, I wanted to see the Lions in Baltimore. I wanted the Lions in Baltimore, and they didn't give it to us. Two overrated teams, but that's neither here nor there. All right.
Before the playoffs started, I honestly wanted a Lions-Dolphins Super Bowl because it would be epic between you two going at it.
No, I mean, I don't think people would like to see us beat them by 50. So, I mean, I think we got the best matchup. So it is what it is.
Hey, we're not the Broncos, TD. You know, this is the playoffs.
I can't tell. I can't tell.
It's different in the playoffs.
Hey, did the Ravens make y'all look like the Broncos?
I mean, you right. You ain't wrong about that. But TD, it's a different game. All right, playoffs are different. TD, you'll see it at some point eventually. You'll see your team win the playoffs, and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Wow, man, subtle jabs. That hurt, Dion. That really did hurt. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the NFC North Roundtable. Those are your Super Bowl predictions. Don't forget that this stream is being powered by BetUS. And again, take advantage of their newest promotion. Receive a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits. Link is in the description. Supporting the sponsors is supporting the channel. We love you all. Until next time. Peace. We are out. Thank you.